Saudi Arabia wants to build the tallest building in the world. Its height will be 2 kilometers, twice as high as the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. I'm really curious how they'll physically pull this off. Not just the construction, but how it'll stay up and not fall over. Because, well, over 1,200 meters, it already becomes a huge problem. The previous high-profile project, the line, failed. It wasn't built as originally planned. A 170-kilometer city in a line for 9 million residents. For several key reasons, the cost rose from 1.5 trillion to 8.8 trillion, which exceeds their capacity. The scale defied the laws of physics and engineering. A vertical structure in the desert. An audit revealed financial fraud and blah 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 blah. Even just a straight line like that defies the laws of physics. How 2 kilometers standing like this doesn't defy the laws of physics is something I'm very curious about. The American retail chain Walmart has reached a market capitalization of $1 trillion. Over the past year, the company's stock has risen by nearly 26%. This puts it in the same league as tech giants like Nvidia and Alphabet. Alphabet, for those who don't know, is Google. Actually, Walmart is doing a great job. They are showing how a regular retailer can compete with tech giants in the year 2026. And that's cool. The Afghan authorities have decided to grant residence permits for up to 10 years in exchange for investments in the country. Anyone want to get themselves a residence permit for Afghanistan? Meanwhile, the portfolio of the largest Bitcoin holder, the Strategy Fund, is at a loss of 8.7 billion. In May 2022, Michael Saylor from Strategy stated, "No one has ever lost money buying Bitcoin." Well, yeah, sure, those are some really nice words. And the portfolio of the largest Ethereum holder, Bitmain, is at a loss of $8.3 billion. I don't get into crypto, to be honest, I just don't understand it. I still haven't managed to figure out what cryptocurrency actually is. I understand the basics, and the people who insisted otherwise, saying I was just stupid and didn't get it, couldn't explain it to me either. So the people who are into crypto can't even explain to me what the heck crypto actually is. They just talk about some basic aspects that I already know perfectly well myself, but no one can tell me what it's actually backed by. Try to explain it to me at least in the comments, because I just don't get it. And if you start writing something like Bitcoin is backed by free hash and its existence, please just don't write that. I already know that perfectly well without your help. But in that case, it's just not worth investing billions into cryptocurrency. Since the beginning of 2022, Chinese trader Bian Xiaomin has earned $3 billion on gold at the Shanghai Futures Exchange. Now he has made the largest bet on the decline of silver on the exchange. It is estimated at almost 300 million, according to Bloomberg. Currently, Bian Xiaomin holds a short position in silver for 30,000 contracts, or about 450 tons of silver. Thanks to this bet, the trader has made a paper profit of about 2 billion yuan, which is $288 million. What can I say? Impressive. If he senses the market so skillfully well, let's just wish him good luck. Brazil is interested in Yuan. It is a commodity superpower, a major exporter of oil, iron ore, metals, and agricultural products. I don't know who wrote this article, superpower. The person who wrote this should first look up what superpower means and find out the definition of the word. By issuing debt obligations in yuan, Brazil is creating a mechanism that allows it to completely bypass the dollar in trade with China, its largest trading partner. It will receive yuan from exporting commodities to the PRC and then use that money to service its debt. This will create a closed loop and exclude the dollar. I don't really understand these issues. It's all very complicated. In reality, only time will tell whether they will succeed or not. Most likely they won't succeed, because then they would simply become directly dependent on just one country, China. And for a sea country, that's very bad. The European Union wants to introduce another round of sanctions. This will already be the 20th package of sanctions against Russia. It will include a complete ban on servicing the transportation of Russian oil, announced the head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. Oh my, this is already the 20th package. It's starting to become like a meme, a bag of bags that, well, doesn't affect anything at all. They just keep introducing another package and another package and another package. It's very interesting. The US debt continues to grow. Trump's promises to reduce it have not led to any results. Well, in reality, it's impossible to reduce the debt that quickly in just 4 months. Let's at least wait a couple of years and see. Maybe he'll succeed then. Russia's largest hotel operator has stopped selling its hotels through the Yandex travel service because the latter decided to raise its commission from 15% to 17%, reports the Russian Union of the Tourism Industry. Actually, Yandex is such a strange company. They just enter different services, whether it's taxis or anything else. At first, they take 10%. Actually, no, they even start by taking 7%, then raise it to 10. And it seems like giving up 10% for advertising isn't that much. And then they keep raising it and raising it and raising it. For example, take Yandex Taxi. Their commissions already start at 22%, and in some cases they go up to 35% taken from drivers. So Yandex, as always, is true to form. It says that the largest Russian hotel operators, Azimut Hotels, Cosmos Hotel Group, the Montera Group, and also Russian Seasons, as well as various others, it says that they have stopped selling their hotels through the aggregator Yandex Travel. I recently came across an article on RBC. These groups basically mostly sold through their own websites before, about 80%, and Yandex Travel accounted for around 20%. So in principle, they haven't lost much, but the ones who will be affected again are the small hotels, private owners who have trouble with advertising and aren't very well promoted. Yandex will, as always, rip them off. Wildberries will open a hotel in Turkey. A 4-star hotel will open on May 1st in Kemer on the second coastline. The hotel itself will feature a restaurant, an outdoor pool, and water slides. Also, on February 15th, a Wildberries hotel will open in Egypt. Wildberries is spreading its tentacles everywhere. Recently they've already been testing taxis in Belarus, now hotels, and they're building buildings in Moscow City. Let's see what else they'll do, because they've got a ton of money.